I'm Dean. I'm from Punch.Digital / Punch.Digital. What I'm going to be looking at is the Daydream View. I've had this sat on my desk since Friday lunchtime, and it's now Sunday afternoon / night. I'm just getting around to it. But I haven't really read a lot about this online. I saw the Google promos, and for me this looked like a really good product to get, especially when it's only about £70. So here it is. I've got the Google Pixel phone. In the past I have tried the HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, and of course the Gear VR. I mean, I am more interested in the mobile side of things at the moment, purely because I think the mobile side of things is what's going to drive VR into becoming a mainstream thing. The Vive is brilliant, don't get me wrong, and so is the Oculus Rift. You know, the graphics in them are brilliant. I imagine the PlayStation 4 VR as well is going to be absolutely amazing. I think the mobile devices you can put in your pocket, you can take anywhere, are going to be the future, at least for the time being. I can't imagine it being mobile forever. There'll be other things that'll far surpass this in a few years' time. So let's have a look at it. So of course it's very nicely packaged, as you'd expect from Google. The difference between this and things like the Gear VR is the overall appearance. It looks to be more tailored towards a general user. Feels very soft, feels very padded, and it looks brilliant. So it says, "Hi there, get started by opening Daydream app on your phone. Download it from Google Play." Daydream. Let's have a look at the rest of the packaging while that's downloading. So it also comes with a remote, which again is very different from the Gear VR. The only thing with the Gear VR is it has a little touchpad on the side, which is physically connected to your Samsung phone via the little device there. But when you're wearing this, you have to constantly have your hand up here pressing these buttons, unless of course you buy a Bluetooth keyboard or a Bluetooth controller. But then it's kind of not really an all-in-one package. It's you've got to buy this, you've got to buy the phone, you've got to buy a controller, and there's so many variables in there that I imagine trying to build an app for it must be a pain in the butt as well, because you don't know what your user's going to be using at the end of the day. So for me, this is a brilliant start. But the fact that this comes with a little remote control is even better. It's already packaged with it. The developers know what they're going to be building towards, because it's got a touchpad, it's got volume controls, it's got the app button, and it's got a home button. What these do exactly, I'm not too sure. I can't bother with that right now. Daydream View warranty guide. Anybody can read that if they want to. I probably won't bother. That's pretty much it. This is installed, and it's already coming up with some nice graphics of some sort. It's like a forest scene. I'll continue here. Restart my phone for Android 7.1. Lovely. By the way, I should probably also touch on the phone as well. This is Google Pixel, not the XL, just the normal Pixel phone. On the start, it looks pretty good. It's got a nice little fingerprint recognizer on the back. It's got one of the best cameras apparently, which it does seem pretty good. It's nicely finished. It's got metal, back on it, a bit of glass there. Nice minimalist screen on the front. My only bugbear with the phone is the speakers. It's got two little holes there at the bottom, but only that one there is a speaker, and there's no other speaker on the other side, so it's not stereo. So you're watching a video and all the sound's coming out of just this side, whereas on my old HTC M8 for instance, don't worry, the screen was already cracked before, not me, it had two little speakers down the side, which when you're watching something is brilliant. You hold your phone like that, and you're covering up the speaker. Slight little niggle, but other than that, pretty damn good phone to be fair. a nice little ding ding. Daydream. Continue. Skip. You'll need a Daydream headset. I have a headset. Before using Daydream View, it's 13 years old. Yep. Find a comfortable fit. I mean, already this feels really nice. It's got a really nice thick strap along the back. It's actually not really touched my nose at all. And I imagine when the phone's put in there, that'll push that down a bit. But overall, the strap's really massive. And there's nothing over the top of the head either, which a lot of the other headsets have. Okay, that feels about right. And that was one of the things that the Google was trying to give everybody, was a nice comfortable headset. It's a blue stuff protecting the lenses. Right, that's next. Always be around your surroundings, so don't stand on any cats. Take a break, blah blah blah. Yeah, we all do that. Create a pin. Done. Daydream uses Bluetooth to find and connect to your Daydream controller. Press and hold the home button on your Daydream controller. Okay. Can't connect to the controller. Is it charged? Try again. Daydream controller has been successfully paired to your phone. Now, I will admit that before I did the video, I did slightly unpackage the box. I didn't really want to look at it before I did the video, but I wanted to make sure that this didn't need a set of batteries. And being a Sunday night in Huddersfield, chances of a shop being open that sell batteries is slim. But it actually charges up via the USB-C slot on the bottom, which is the same as the new Google Pixel phone as well. So I just put that on charge for an hour before this, so hopefully that should keep things running for what I need it for anyway for today. It's just come up with some featured apps now. I'm not too sure what to do. Insert YouTube VR. So it's not very clear so far as to how I meant to get to the YouTube. So I'm meant to get to the app, the Daydream app. When to operate in the phone, and what does this do? Not quite too sure. Let's try Wonderglade. Install that. Okay, this is going to take a while to download. One of the things with the original Google Cardboard was, for me, it was very straightforward. As soon as you installed the Google Cardboard app, you had a load of pre-built demos already in there, like a roller coaster or something, real basic like that to get up and running. But this just seems to be a little less intuitive, unless I've missed something somewhere, which I don't think I have. Let's just try different. So let's go back to the start of Daydream. So I went to the drop down, and I went to Library, and then there's YouTube VR, which is what I'd downloaded previously, but I couldn't open. So now it says, place your phone in the Daydream headset. Alright, let's give this a go. Okay, this actually feels a lot more comfortable than the Gear VR. Right, so it says to get started, aim forwards and press the home button. Alright, so the controller actually works as a mouse, which makes things really useful. So I've actually got a lot of the options that I had before on the screen. So I've got YouTube VR at the bottom, I've got that dinosaur app there, the Taj Mahal, the Wonderglade. But one thing that's really noticeable is that the quality of it is massively better than the Gear VR. With the Gear VR, I had to really move the headset around to get it to focus and to not shift. Whereas this just almost straight away just fits right. I had to lift the strap on the back of my head up slightly to make it work a bit better. But overall, this is working really, really well. Okay, this little round thing at the top, I can't remember what they call it now. But when I was flicking my thumb across it, it moved the menus from side to side, like you would swipe with your phone. That seems really intuitive so far. Let's get back in here. The buttons don't seem to work right now. If I press and hold down this button, it recenters the view, which does work. I figured it out. This little round piece here is also clickable. So if you click it, it does something, which isn't really that obvious from the start. It's called a touchpad, I suppose, so yeah. But anyway, now we figured that out, that kind of makes sense. It's just going through all the different functions that it can do. I'm just in one of the demos now, and it's like a forest with, you've got to try and find the creatures, and you're holding the flashlight. So there's a raccoon, a deer, frog. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a screen recording of what I'm showing as well, which could be quite useful. The way this folds into the phone is really nice as well. Can you see here? It's got like a little elastic strap that folds over the top. With this, it was always quite fiddly. You had to really open it up. You got to try and pull that backwards, slot your phone into there, push that backwards, clip it in, and then it'd be in. It was very clunky, and I was worried about the longevity of having your phone physically connected there all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, it worked fine, but it always felt a little bit wrong to me. Whereas this, there's nothing connecting it other than Bluetooth. So that seems a real advantage as well, to be honest. There we go. Just the headset. Yep, done. It's asking me to go through all this again. I just want to get out of here. Skip. Right, so we're back in the main menu now. So I've installed the YouTube VR. Let's have a look at this Wonder Glade, which was like second on the list. I mean, this is really cool. This you can see a little device. It's not as good as the Vive when I've played with that. You can move that around. It picks up the distance. This just seems to pick up the angle at which you're pointing it, and interestingly, it sort of does it twist as well. You know, kind of like the Nintendo Wii can pick up as well. Anyway, I digress. Let's go on to the Wonder Glade. I always wonder when them little splashes come up, whether there's a little Easter egg hiding anywhere. Nope. Well, this is pretty impressive. It's more than pretty impressive. Right, what do I have to do? I can see it glowing. Oh. Oh.
Welcome to the amazing, the incredible, the magnificent Wonder Glade. Follow me.
Okay, follow you. So I'm that little character. That's interesting. You know, you kind of get so used to being in a first-person controller with things like this, but you don't even have to swipe. You can just click and drag. Wow, that's pretty amazing, to be fair. What does this do? Oh, what?
Did you see that? Now you have unlocked Tip and Tilt. Go in and play the game.
Okay, let's play the game. Cow Chase Race. Okay, well, yeah, it's the only one I can do. Okay, it's an interesting twist on using VR, because that was, you know, a nice little Wii style game. You know, you got a little bit of skill about it. Let's just do one more thing and see where it takes us. Where are we at? We'll go down here again. Let's go this way. What? Can I do anything down here? No, nothing. Do I just have to do more of this tip and tilt racing? I wonder if I didn't get all these things last time. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit bored of this now. I can see it being quite cool for kids to play with. I might even show my 5-year-old.
Real fight.
I mean, going back to this, one thing I mentioned before was the speaker only being on this side of the phone, and playing this without the headphones, it's really annoying that all the sound is coming to my right ear. I think that's a major design flaw with the Pixel phone. I mean, granted you can wear headphones, and a lot of people will. I mean, I probably will. But right now, when I'm not using them, it's bloody annoying. Let's try YouTube VR, because I think YouTube VR is going to be one of the biggest plus points for this. Creating 360 videos is becoming so easy for things like YouTube. And obviously my side of things is creating the CGI aspect of it. And we already have a few tests. YouTube, my videos. Cool, yep, this works pretty well as I thought it would. It's kind of actually very surreal. This is actually all around me at the moment. Anyway, so I pressed that one, then it brought up this other menu, kind of cool. 360 videos. So it's already got this built in as well, which again on the Google VR was quite tricky to try and find, and it only had the videos which could be uploaded to their system. It wasn't, you couldn't really get to YouTube videos unless you had a lot of work about it. I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of cool. Let's look at this. Didn't read that. I mean, you'll notice as well that I'm on a spinny chair, which makes a hell of a difference. I'm not going to bore everybody with watching YouTube videos. I'll do that later. Again, this controller actually does make things bloody easy. I think this controller is what's going to absolutely smash this into beating this and the other ones before that, you know, like the Google Cardboard and such. First impressions of this is it's absolutely amazing. It works straight out of the box pretty much. It did take me a little bit fiddling around, maybe a couple of minutes or so, to install the various apps that I needed to get it up and running. As a product, just look at this. It's nice to touch. It's well finished. It's well designed. It fits the phone in there without any fiddling around too much. I think an idiot would probably get the phone in and out of there. You might have to be careful when you're opening that to make sure your phone doesn't slip out and smash onto the floor, but yeah, that's actually getting quite hot as well now. But this felt, when I was wearing it, it didn't feel as heavy as this. And yeah, it maybe is slightly lighter. It's also considerably smaller. You can see that, the width-wise. Which, I actually think it helps with this, because with this, when you're wearing it, and in a bright room like this, on the corner of your vision, you would see little white strips coming down each side, which would kind of detract from the whole VR experience. Whereas this fits really snugly all around here. I mean, I didn't actually try to do my glasses on yet, but one of the selling points of this was to have it comfortable for people that wear glasses, whereas this isn't. And I mean, you can I don't know really. Let's try it on, see what happens. It's comfortable, and I've got my glasses on there, and it's not going to affect anything. You can still tell you've got glasses on, which is I think it's always going to have to be a compromise, really. But yeah, no, that works. That works really well. This is the sort of thing you could imagine in, you know, like show homes or things like that, where people want to view their houses digitally, or, you know, you want to do a bit of simulation work, but you want it to be not as maybe as autonomous as that, and not as robotic. This feels very, it does look very futuristic. You know, it's black, it's white, it's okay, but it's plastic. It feels a little bit cheap. And considering they're actually a very similar price, this doesn't feel as cheap. Yeah, this feels a little bit plasticky, but it's nice. It's light. It's not going to weigh you down. You can sit with this just in the palm of your hand, like it's a lot lighter than a mobile phone anyway. And we know how long we spent on our mobile phones in our hands. This is light. This is clever. That's nice. This packs away into there. So again, going back to, I think you don't need a controller. You don't need to spend another £30–40 on a little handset. It's already built into there. You can't forget it because it's in there. Developers know what people are going to be using, and I can't see why this isn't going to work really well. The only maybe slight thing is, with it being fabric, it might get a little bit messy. You know, your handprints are soon going to rub on. If you're passing this around an office, of course it's going to get hand marks on it. But that's the same with any fabric. And I think the longevity of this isn't going to be that long anyway. You know, this is going to be soon superseded in a year's time by probably their own next version. So, for now, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to give it another try, and I'll probably update this video or produce another one after I've had a chance to get into more apps, more games, and just see what I can actually do with it, and see what I can personally do with it, and see what other people are doing with it as well. Okay, if you have any comments, questions, or want me to look at anything else to do with this or the Pixel phone even, just put a comment in below. Yeah. See you soon.